And I've always been the strong friend. Feel this kind of loneliness in your soul. Nobody likes you. Nobody cares about you. I believed it. Maybe I'm actually a bad friend. Maybe I'm the problem. I think 2 weeks or a week and a half ago, I was actually cleaning the house. It was Saturday evening, around 7 p.m. ish. She was coming to 8. And I looked at my phone and I was like, wow, it's Saturday. No one has texted me. No one has called me and been like, hey, let's do something. Let's hang out. Let's do that. And this is something that I'd observed for like the past couple of months, but I have moments where it hits me, right? And I'm not saying that I completely don't have friends or like people that care about me. I do have a small circle of a few trusted friends. And most of those people are actually far away, like at home, right? So like physically here in USA, I do not have many people around me that I would, I guess, do life with in a way. So those emotions have been like rising up a lot, right, lately. And I looked at my phone and I was like, wow, no call, no text, no anything. And then my brain started giving me all these things. Nobody likes you. Nobody cares about you. They wouldn't care if something bad happened to you. Blah, 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 blah. All these things are running through my head, right? Do you know what's crazy, guys? I believed it. And so I started crying and then I was like, wow, what is happening to me? Like, why am I so emotional? Like, a part of that was like, okay, a piece of me was like, am I about to have my period? Like, am I hormonal or is this like a thing? Like, why do I feel this way? And I was like, a lot of us feel this way, I think, as we get older because maybe we have high expectations of what maybe life will be like in the future, which is good. It's good to dream. It's good to hope. And it's good to have those aspirations, right? Those desires. But I think the real thing is life's going to change. And I don't think that I was personally as prepared to, navigate that season of my life. Now, I'm going to be vulnerable, guys. My attachment style is kind of like avoidant-ish. I think I'm like, I lean more towards there. And I think a part of this is because I think I've experienced some trauma in my life that has kind of made me withdrawn or like in a way, like I just keep to myself and then I'm an overthinker and then I'm like, it's weird. Even though on top, I kind of show you guys that I'm a sag, I'm this, which I am, all those things, but I'm a little bit sensitive. I'm more sensitive than most people would actually think, right? So my thing is like when I feel like when I'm going through those seasons where my mind is like playing all these things up in my head, instead, guys, I'll go through a phase where I actually isolate. Like I actually literally isolate, like leave the world. Like, you know what I mean? Not like leave, exit, unalive, but like I become withdrawn. I just keep to myself. I don't make calls, will not text. Even when the texts come back, I will, take a while before responding. And this is not because like I do not want to. It's like I do not have I feel like in that moment, I do not have the mental capacity to even take those calls, right? In that moment, I feel so drained mentally. Like I feel like if I answer this call, I will not be the best version of myself. If I feel alone, it makes me question so many things, right? And I think a lot of that stems from issues with abandonment. I think growing up, I went through some things that kind of created trauma or like an abandonment wound. And somehow it has translated in my adult life as just feeling these intense emotions when I feel alone or lonely. I'm not talking about the loneliness where you physically like no people around you. I'm talking about the loneliness that's inside. Like you could actually be in a room full of people and still feel so alone. I feel like sometimes I'm even surrounded by people that I love, right? Like my friends or something. But for some reason that thing creeps up and I'm like, why do I still feel this way, right? And I just wanted to come here and talk today about something that I wasn't prepared for as I was growing up. When I was younger, and I think a lot of us can relate to this, when I was younger, I used to think, oh, by this point, I would have already maybe had kids. I would have already had this in my career, that going on, like marriage and all these huge expectations. We all dream, right? We all have these aspirations when we're growing up. And for some reason, as you step into that season, as transitions happen, as you get older, things a lot of the time will not look the way you'd expect them to look, right? And for me, I think what makes it harder for me is I'm away from home. So I come from Uganda, East Africa, and I right now live in USA. So a lot of my friends growing up, a lot of what I call home, like is back home, right? Miles and miles and miles away. So being in this environment has kind of triggered intense emotions revolving around this feeling. And as I'm getting older, I feel like it's getting more intense. But I've also adapted in a way, and I've learned how to kind of live with it or like walk my way around it, right? I'm talking about a kind of loneliness I think that like hits you on a certain phase or a certain point in life. And this loneliness, guys, actually, it's like you feel it in your soul. You feel this kind of loneliness in your soul, right? I don't know how else to explain it. Like those who have felt it, you know what I mean. Like you feel it deep inside. It's like a wound, right? It's like a longing or an ache or something. And I've always been the strong friend. I've always been the friend that my friends come to for advice. My friends lean on for support when they're going through things. And for some reason, I don't know why, when it's my turn, like when I'm going through things, I don't know why it's so hard for me to like ask for help or reach out or be vulnerable, all those things like that. Well, like I shared, I'm a little bit avoidant. So when I'm going through those seasons that I've been telling you guys about, I will become withdrawn. And then when the phase passes, I will like bounce back like nothing has happened, or like, you know, a whole different person. I guess it's like a way for me to like, in a way, self-soothe or like kind of like heal or get out of it. I don't know. It's a weird thing, right? But I always get through it after some time. And sometimes I know how to recognize when it's about to happen. Like when I feel a bit off mentally, I'm like, damn, it's coming. I feel like honestly, it is like a depressive episode-ish where my mind will be going crazy. But now I think I have to constantly remind myself, people are actually trying to survive. Everyone is actually literally trying to survive. Because at the back of my mind, I'm like, well, if I'm going through some of these crazy, crazy things, imagine what other people are going through too. Many people don't even share. Many people don't even share what they're genuinely going through. And I feel like I'm actually one of those people. Like I will go through things and I will share them after the fact. Like, I don't know why when I'm going through the fire or like when I'm going through a tough season, I feel like sharing it is like, I don't want to burden people with my load. Like, I don't want anyone to feel like, oh my gosh, like, what can I do? Like, how can I help her? Oh my gosh, feel powerless or helpless, like they can't really fix things. Because I'm a natural fixer, I'm the kind of person, like if someone came to me with something, I would want to fix it. I would literally, it would drive me crazy not having a solution. So at the back of my mind, somehow I think that most people would feel that way. So I tell myself, I don't want to burden anyone. I don't want them to feel like they need to do all these things to help me, or they need to, you know, stretch themselves above and beyond, right? And then so I become withdrawn and I keep to myself. And a lot of the time people will not actually know what I've been going through unless I share it after the fact. And most of the time, I honestly will not share it. And that's just like how I do my thing, right? So yeah, but lately I've been like, wow, as we're getting older, a lot of us are actually just trying to survive, because for all of us, it is our first time on earth too, you know? Like a lot of us are not even the same version that we were a year ago. So can you imagine like how time changes you as an individual? Can you imagine how like different experiences you go through will alter how you think, will alter maybe how you process information, how you interact with people around you and all that stuff, right? And so I'm like, okay, how can I practically get myself to a headspace where I'm not taking things too hard, I'm not overanalyzing, I'm not overthinking, I'm not, you know, going through this loop, right? And I was like, okay, let me come on here and share with you guys some things that have been helping me lately. I am actually being intentional about reaching out. Like I know that I do struggle with self-isolation, like I've shared, but now I'm actually being intentional. I've come up with a thing where like every 2 days, I will intentionally either make a phone call or a text to someone that I haven't spoken to in a little while. You know what I mean? And then another thing that I am seeking out community intentionally, right? I've shared with you guys that I am here. A lot of my family is not here in USA. A lot of my friends are back home. And so I don't think that I've really, really built that solid community. And part of that is my fault. And another reason why I think that is the pandemic was like 3 years of that. So everyone was at home, everyone was in the house, okay? But also I work too much. I work a lot. I have 2 jobs. One is full-time, one is part-time. I have a business. And then now I'm trying to do this YouTube thing. But also, guys, I've also started another side hustle that is wild, guys. I'm a reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Vinted, Bakari, Depop, all those things. You guys, I do not rest. I literally do not rest. And that's not good. That's not good because I feel like it's starting to take a toll on my body. It's starting to take a toll on me physically. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I want to start to intentionally seek out community. Like, I know I'm into the workout and fitness thing, but maybe I think now I want to actually join a run club, like a real run club, in addition to like going to the gym, because a lot of the time you go to the gym and people are just like with their headphones, just walking out. You don't even have conversations, right? But I want to actually join like a run club. That would be really nice. I do love to dance, so I'm like, okay, maybe I should join like a dance class that I can go to consistently over time and make some friends there. I love plants, as you can see. I love plants, and I'm like, I should join like a gardening club, things like that. So intentionally seek out community, whether it's through your local church, your local town, or school, or whatever it is, whatever community looks like for you, seek that out. And then I'm gonna say this, even though it's so hard for me, I think learn to be vulnerable. That is something I'm telling myself. Like, learn to open up a little bit, okay? I'm a private person, and I don't think that you should just go out and spill all your tea, like, to people that don't even know you or people that you just met. But I feel like a lot of the time, the way to know people is to open up a little bit. And for me, I've been a closed off, guarded person, right? For most of my life. This is something that I'm working through actively, even through therapy. But be vulnerable a little bit, because people embrace you more when they know your story. I feel like when they know your story, and maybe some of them start to realize like you have a lot more things in common, they start to embrace you more. Make the first move. That's another one. Make the first move. If you haven't heard from someone in a while, reach out, text them, call them, be like, hey, I just thought about you, just crossed my mind. Are you okay? We should do something sometime. This is something that I have to remind myself constantly, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to bother them. Or I don't want to seem too needy. I don't want to do this. And my mind tells me all these crazy things. But I'm realizing if both of us are thinking that way, over time, your friendship will die. Like, brings me to my other point. Adult friendships take work, planning, intentionality. It's not like when we were kids, when you just go to the park and just play, and then 2 months later you run into each other again in the park and you start off where you left off. You know, sometimes in adult friendships, you actually have to be intentional. People are married, people have kids, people are working, people have businesses, people are going through divorces, people are going through grief, people are dealing with so much health issues. So many things are happening, right? And sometimes you have to make the first move. Actually, a lot of the time I'm noticing you kind of have to make the first move. And you never know that someone's name, you thinking about someone, could actually be like a nudge by the Holy Spirit, because I'm a girl who believes in God, for you to actually either pray for someone or check in on someone because they're going through a really, really tough time. So I'm learning not to take those things for granted. Like when someone crosses my mind, I'm like, hey, how are you doing? I thought about you today. Are you okay? Things like that. But yeah, you should just, I think, be okay or get to a place where you're comfortable making the first move sometimes, because yeah, that's adulting. And be open to new friendships. It's so hard to make friends as an adult. I don't know why. It's so hard to make friends, but be open. By being open, I feel like it invites a certain kind of energy. It invites people, like, be approachable-ish, or like be friendly and warm when you meet strangers. I guess that's the best way to put it. I know that there's been moments where I just go out and I'm like, oh, I don't want to be bothered. I put my hoodie on, I go and do what I'm supposed to do and get out. But I'm like, if this is my cycle, like just work, home, work, home, and like there's really no room or no space. I'm not creating any space for people in my life. You know, I'm not creating more space to draw the right people into my life, right? And so, yeah, I'm learning to be more open about it. And please bear in mind that just because you meet someone the first time or the second time doesn't automatically qualify them to be your friend per se. I take the word friend very, very seriously. Like, it's not something that I throw around lightly. I would say that I have more acquaintances than friends. Like, I have more people that I know or that I know of or that know of me, that if I was going through a tough time, or even like for my wedding, they probably wouldn't make the guest list, you know, like we're just acquaintances, like, you know, we know of each other. But for someone to get to that point of friends, guys, I want you to guard yourselves, guard your hearts, you know, because even friendships can be heartbreaking. You know, someone could betray you, it's wild out here, these streets, okay? Just guard your hearts, protect yourself, use discernment too. Like, use your discernment, and hopefully if you're a great judge of character, you will not run into any danger. But yeah, I feel like that's about it. So let me know in the comments below if you've experienced a moment where it hit you and you're like, goodness, where did everyone go? Like, what happened, right? Or if you're currently going through a season where you feel like, My life feels so empty. I feel so lonely. I feel so alone. What can I do? Please let me know in the comments. Maybe we can connect with each other. Maybe we can make new friends in the comments below. Let me know, guys. Yeah, but other than that, this is it. We'll catch up next time. Bye.